Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsachanora Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Chapter 2, verse 69, continue. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam Ya nisha sarva bhutanam Tasyam jagarti sanyami Tasyam jagarti sanyami Yasyam jagrati bhutani Yasyam jagrati bhutani Sa nisha pashyato munehe Sa nisha pashyato munehe. That which is nigh to all beings. In that state of divine knowledge and supreme bliss, an emancipated person keeps awake, and that the ever-changing worldly happiness in which all beings keep awake is night to the enlightened seer. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam yasyam jagrati sanyame. It's, as I told you earlier, one of the most important verses, especially in these 18 verses of Sthita Prajna. We are trying to understand this since last 2 weeks. Today, we will try to understand from the point of Swami Vivekanandji's explanation or interpretation on these particular words. So, Swami Vivekanandji, in his commentary, says, for the common man, the self-state appears like night, because he can see nothing beyond the senses and sense world. So if you have to interpret that in our language or our terms, me and my family, my business. And family also, not real family, what we once upon a time used to describe or define. Me, my wife, my children, at the most my parent. Underline the word at the most. Other than that, it's fine. Because I'm in this job, and then all the youngsters come to me and they want me to endorse their statement. Guruji, I don't want to call those whom I don't know. Especially when it comes to wedding. Isn't it? They want me to endorse. I said, no, my dear, I respectfully disagree with you. You will only know if you call them. But that's a new trend nowadays. So, This, what Swami Vivekanandji says, that because he can see nothing beyond the sense and the sense world. But me and my family. That's it. What the common man calls day and wakefulness is simply the functioning of the senses in the material world. But it is not so far so for the yogi who is one with the light of Atma. For yogi, it's different concept. For him, the senses and the sense world are not there, but he is fully wakeful in his experience of self. That's why it's very important. Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. So what is a night for the common man is real wakefulness for the self-controlled. Similarly, being awake only in the infinite light of Atma, their thinking is totally different. Seeing nothing of the objective world, the yogi finds night in the day when all beings are awake to diversity of the objective world. So, if we have to still make it more simplified, material world and the spiritual world. Right? So, of course, what statement I'm going to make may have some different opinion. As we are very particular about our money and its investment. It's fine, we are living in this world. But are we doing same on the path of spirituality? Okay, let me make it more easy and simple for you. Okay, we have invested 100,000. Okay, naturally we will see where we get the good return. Okay, because now money should earn, it should increase. Fine. Okay, so we are calculative about it. Also fine. But are we conscious about our mala? Oh man, I was supposed to do 10 mala, for an example, which I could not do. Let me make 2 extra mala tomorrow. Or, okay, I'll be busy this weekend. I may not get time. While I have some time today, let me cover that. Do we do that? For that statement, people might have the different opinion for, but why we should count? Yeah, people may come with this argument, and it's a valid argument up to certain extent. Bhagwan is not counting. So if we chanting his name, do we need to count? My opinion is yes, we need to count. Then only it will give some guideline that yes, man, last year or before 5 years, I used to engage only 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever it is, okay? Am I doing still the same after 5 years? Only 10 minutes? if that happens, that will give a big spark in our life. No, man. I must dedicate some more time. If I was doing only one mala, I must make it double. Because in my material life, I want my income to be doubled. It's simple. It's a simple equation. If I'm expecting the increase in my salary, bonus or incentive, am I doing on this path also? We need to think about it. We need to think about it. Again, people may differ that why we should count, but I think we must count. And doesn't matter. People will come to disappoint you. No, but you say you doing 10 mala, yeah. But can you concentrate on
It's
this?
20 hours.
Don't worry. And that's why I always tell, meditation કરવાનો નહીં હોય થઈ જાય. It just happened. Of course, those who are doing, at least they are practicing, they are trying, which is good. So we have no right to criticize because we are not even trying. We are not even trying. Otherwise, when it comes to meditation, there should not be a fixed time. This time to this time I will be meditating. No, man. It should happen. It should happen. It should happen. It should happen. Anyway, so we must be extra careful. When we are careful and conscious and cautious about our material world and material gain, we must think about this also. Okay? Right. Now, furthermore, Swamiji says, for the yogi who sees the self, the objective world does not exist. And so it is night. For the common man who sees the world, the self doesn't appear. It's time to earn. It's time to make money. The self does not appear. And so it is a night for him. So we need to think. We need to balance. And as I told you, at some point, we need to start. At some point. And nothing big. I'm not saying that, okay, go to hermitage, go to forest. But whatever we are doing, whatever time we are engaging ourselves on the self, can't we increase? Can't we make it more often? And in that context, I am saying that, okay, if you are dedicating half an hour, try to make it double. In the same context, I am saying, if I am doing 10 mala, 10 mala, make it 20. If I am doing one Gayatri Mantra mala, make it 2. If I am doing one Trayambakam mala, make it 2. So that's how we can. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen. We have to do it gradually, but consciously. Consciously. That means we have to discipline ourselves. I mean, this mala or anything, I just give an example. It's a big field. Okay, I used to read only one chapter. Forget used to read. I used to listen to one chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Can't I make it 2 chapters? I used to read or study Bhagavad Gita for half an hour. Can't I make it? Can't I increase double or make more? So that's need to be done. That's need to be done. So the experience of the sage and the common man are at the opposite poles. The man of knowledge knows that the objective world is like a dream. Appearing to exist, but really non-existent. He is therefore utterly indifferent to the evocation of worldly life from day to day. He has developed intense dispassion, and so the sense world has no meaning for him. He does not recognize its existence. So, sense world is all night and sleep for him. But for the ignorant, the objective world is the only reality. To them, this is all day and wakefulness. Right. The poet Tennyson, okay, he has written that I slept and found life is beauty. I woke and found life is duty. So, duty, the dharma, I mean, that's why I'm using the word dharma, not religion. Dharma is duty. Am I performing that? Am I performing that? Our dharma is not only limited with pulkanku and chokha. So Tennyson has written this. I slept and found life is beauty. I woke and found life is duty. So, furthermore, Vivekanandji says, self-control, the aspirant who has perfected self-restraint is mentioned here as the one capable of perceiving the self without distraction of the sense world. The sage who realizes the self, there may be many meditating on the self, but only a few could have a direct vision. That's why there is a proverb in English. Everybody has eyes, but few have vision. Everybody has, right? We all got, but few have vision. So, but only a few could have a direct vision. It is made quite clear that the direct experience of Brahman is the goal of all spiritual sadhana, spiritual practice. And the Muni, I mean, you can say sage, okay, but that's not the exact translation. I must be honest with you. Muni. The Muni obtains it by long and continuous absorption in reality. But the total rejection of the sense world can only open the vision of the Supreme. Again and again, Bhagavan reiterates the need of self-restraint and self-control. You know, self-control can start with very simple practice, which you and me, all of us need to try to put in practice. Okay. It can be as simple as WhatsApp. Okay. This time to this time, I won't touch WhatsApp. It can be that level you can start. Or when I am sitting for the prayer, or I'll reading Geeta's chapter, be it verses, be it translation, or be it commentary. That particular half an hour, I will engage myself here. Even if the phone call comes, I won't attend. Simple thing. But our problem is, bear in mind, I am using the term our problem. I am not using your problem. Our problem is, we are reading Gita, but the moment notification, it budges from the WhatsApp, Gita is one side and open the phone. Whose message? And probably the message will be, Happy Tuesday. Hanumanji will bless you. You got my point. Happy Friday. Today is the Santoshi Mata's day. Please forward 11 people and you will get the good result in half an hour. Half life ma bhi nahi male ben half an hour chodo ne. So, what I mean to say, the self-control should be as simple as this. We can do that. I'm not saying that you sit down in Palati and 2 hours. Simple thing. But that can lead us for the big change. Furthermore, Swamiji says, where it is dark night for, means the sense-bound world, the self-controlled man is awake. It is daylight for him. And where the world is awake, the sage sleeps. Where the world awake. Where is the world awake? In the sense, people want to eat and drink and have children, and then they die a dog's death. Eating can be merry. They are always awake for senses. They invent a god to help them, to give them more money, more comfort. Never a god to help them become more godlike. Remember I told you a few weeks back, I don't know whether it's Gita class or Bhagavad class. આપણે ભગવાનને માનીએ પણ ભગવાનનું માનતા નથી. So never a God to help them become more God-like. Where the whole world is awake, the sage sleeps. But where the ignorant are asleep, there the sage keeps awake. In the world of light, where man looks upon himself, not a bird, not as an animal, not as a body, but as infinite spirit, deathless, immortal. There, where the ignorant are asleep and do not have time, nor intellect, nor power to understand, there the sage awake. That is daylight for him. Where the world is awake, there the man of self-control is sleeping. Where the world sleeps, there he is waking. May even the dust of the world never touch you. After all, the poets may say, it is only a piece of carrion covered over with garland. Touch it not if you can. The end and aim of yoga is realize God. Again, my favorite topic. So clearly mentioned, the aim of yoga is to realize God. But we have made it exercise. We made it exercise. And that is the yoga. That is the only definition of yoga now. That is the only definition. The world is awake to the senses. The children of Lord are asleep on that plane. The world is asleep to the eternal. The children of the Lord are awake in the realm. These are the sons of God. There is but one way to control the senses, to see Him who is the reality in the universe. Then and only then can we really conquer the senses. Very simplified, I told you. When we see the creation, it's good, it's beautiful. Try to see the creator behind the creation. I shared this so many times. If we see the rose, beautiful rose, yeah, it is good, it is beautiful. With good fragrance, no doubt about it. But try to see the creator who created this beautiful rose, fragile petals. All if you see the moth or the papillon. Who put the paint? Try to see the creator. ये कौन चित्रकार है? So, what is the difference between the self-control and common man? The common man lives and moves in the material world. The sage lives behind the objective world and enters the subtle plane of the spirit and attains direct vision of the truths. So, the world is just like a dark night to the seer. Then how does he live in the world? The answer to this query is provided in the verse follow. Okay, so we'll see next week. Apuryamana Majara Pradishtam Samudrama Parushanti Yadvat Tadvat Kamayam Parushanti Sarve Sashanti Mapnoti Nakamakame. The 70th verse. We will try to understand. We will try to start this next week. Okay. So in today's discussion, whatever you like, whatever you enjoy, credit goes to all the sage, all the seekers, all the great men, all the scholars. Whatever I have heard, I have read, I have studied, absolutely nothing belongs to me. Today we try to understand from the point of view of Swami Vivekanandji this particular word, Ya Nisha Sarvabhutanam, in the 69th verse. But as you know that our main reference book for our Geeta class is Sadhak Sanjivani by Swami Ram Sukdas ji. We will recite the 73rd verse of chapter 18. Nashto moha smrutirlabdha tvat prasadan mayachyuta sthitosme gata sandeha karishyē vachanan tava.